I have a love-hate relationship with Persona 3 Reload. On one hand, I am 65 hours in, loving the style, the visuals, the soundtrack, the voice acting, the characters. On the other hand, there is the Velvet Room. I hate the Velvet Room and everything about it. I hate the long animation to get in there. Considering how often the game expects you to go, I would have loved to at least have the option to skip it. I hate that it's always got the same music. It's not a bad theme, but it was the same as in the only other Persona game I have played, and I suspect they have never even thought about changing it. But most of all, the fusion system is completely unintuitive to me in so many ways. Now, I'm relatively new to Persona games, and I'm completely open to this being a me issue, a skill issue, whatever you want to call it. I feel like I've got the hang of combat for the most part after beating Persona 5 Royal, and this game's been fairly easy using that understanding. I've got a handle on my party's roles within a team, as well as their elemental strengths and weaknesses, and for the most part that has been enough, since most enemies are at least weak to something, and once you've found that weakness, you can just click that element and get a bunch of all-out attacks in with that party member as well as with Makoto. Sure, some enemies, especially bosses, don't have elemental weaknesses, but even then I am mostly fine. I can just use buffs and debuffs to gain an advantage, as well as use Thurgies whenever those come online. The player still has a huge advantage in most combats in this game, and this has allowed me to brute force through Tartarus and the monthly shadow battles up to this point, without too much exposure to the Velvet Room. I've been able to limit my visits there, mostly just to get personas for the sake of speeding up social links. Now sometimes I would tell myself when playing, alright, let's actually try to make some good personas, but there's always something frustrating me to the point where I just want to leave and actually play the game. I can't pinpoint exactly one reason why it is. Maybe it's the fact that the fusion output appears to have very little to do with what I put in. If I put 2 Pokemon in a daycare, it's very easy to tell what's going to come out. If I pair 2 people up in Fire Emblem, I know what kids they're going to have. But Persona's fusion tutorial basically just says, Lamau, just try it out. I found no useful results on Google, other than these massive web applications that just simulate what the game is going to give me. I cannot discover logic in it. Even if I use the online app to find a persona that I would like to use, I'm still limited by what personas I have registered so far, as well as what level Makoto is. So sometimes I'd have to find a persona that can fuse into the persona, that can fuse into the persona, that can fuse into the persona that I need. And that assumes that I know exactly what I want. Usually when I'm fusing personas, I'm just kind of clicking through, seeing what seems good, what matches the social links that I've leveled up highly, and what kind of moves I'm looking for, but this has turned my stock into a bit of a mess. All I know is this monkey is staying, or at least being summoned back from the compendium, because I took him to the casino a couple hundred times, and some of these moves are kind of poggers. That's all I know. Well, it's not that I don't know at all what I want. I know I would like at least one persona that can just click an AoE elemental attack that hits everything, one persona that uses physical attacks for big damage, maybe try for some critical hits, one persona that starts off the battle with some automatic and perhaps some non-automatic buffs, maybe a persona that uses almighty damage to help against enemies that just resist everything, and I think I might need one that doesn't have any weaknesses because I'm stuck against this battle, that's why I'm making this video. So there's this gatekeeper fight on floor 241. It has no elemental weaknesses, but it sure knows mine. It seems to be able to hit them at every opportunity, getting countless one-mores to either deliver knockouts or apply buffs to itself. It's a pain, and I feel like my only resort is to actually engage with the fusion mechanic to overcome this. Which is fair. I think understanding the game's mechanics becomes a lot more rewarding if there's an actual incentive to do so, and this is that. So far, it hasn't really been there for me. It would have been a lot easier to concentrate on doing that if I didn't think more than 3 seconds only to have my thoughts interrupted by Elizabeth and Igor and their repetitive voice lines. Now, please, just to make this crystal clear, don't misunderstand. I don't mean to dunk on Persona 3 Reload or Persona at all. I just think there's a piece of understanding missing for me that doesn't allow me to enjoy this game as much as I want to. And I think the only solution is that we call for an expert in all things Persona. Alright, Johnny, welcome in. How are you doing?
Doing great. Happy to help out a friend in Tartarus.
Appreciate it. Yeah, if there's just like one good thing about coming to Tartarus today is that I know you'll be here with me to help me out with my little problem. So I guess the first thing I wanted to ask is like, is this something you've heard before where someone's like, I actually kind of hate fusion and I kind of hate the Velvet Room?
Yes, a surprising number of my friends have shown me like, dude, I can't beat the final boss of Persona 5 and they have level 50 personas. I'm like, well, that's your problem right there. So I guess that's the first question is, what is our max level? And, you know, just checking out your social links before we proceed.
Right. So I'm level 69, and
Okay.
I got probably most of the money you need. I don't know what's the easiest place. Okay, this is probably the easiest screen to check first. So those are the party levels. And social links, I think I have most of them maxed out. And then a couple that I have like halfway or haven't really started on. So there's like a persona that I have like, I think it's the art guy and her that I haven't really done. But a lot of them I have maxed out. Or nearly maxed
Poor
out.
Chihiro. Yeah, so the good news is you do have one of the social links. We have like a couple of the social links that are very, very helpful. You're now reaching the point of the game where if you didn't max out social links, you do actually get like punished a little bit. That is just like, you know, how the game works. You know, it incentivizes players to like, you know, do well during your school year, right? So the good news is there's a persona available that will absolutely wreck the boss that you're struggling on.
Nice.
Problem is your character level is not there yet. I do think you're slightly behind in the character level department.
I see.
Now what we could do is there's a couple ways to go about this. You could leave the rest of your teammates in the dust, go solo, and just, you know, kill some things. That is possible. Or we just, you know, do a grinding montage. Because the like most straightforward way, 5 more levels, you beat this thing guaranteed. With that being said, we ain't got all day. Would you like to just see what we can make before we result to, you know, just grind more, right?
Yeah, I'm not super interested in grinding more. I already grinded plenty in this game just for levels, and not for levels, for money, so I just didn't have to think about money. Because that's another thing about Fusion that was really frustrating me, is like, I have to think about my money reserves which I'm refusing, because if I do it wrong, I spend a bunch of money that I can't afford to lose. So I was like,
yeah,
right,
so
skip some money. I one quick question though. You said if you go solo and you grind more, is that faster? Do you like share XP with your party members that way?
Yes, you do. You totally do. You
see.
can't. You always share it with Fuka, which is fine. But yeah, you can just ditch everybody else. That's just kind of been a mainstay. There is an issue. Bringing Komaru level 58 might be a bit of a problem here. You get punished pretty hard if there's a level difference.
Oh yeah, I didn't. This is not necessarily a party I want to bring for this battle or anything. I'm not attached to any particular team members. In fact, this is not a team I like to bring most of the time. I just happened to be. I think I died with a different party and decided to bring Koromaru as like a change of pace, because I was like, oh, they hit on weakness on the party's guys that I bring. Maybe bring different guys. That usually works, but these guys hit weakness on like every party member, I think.
Yeah, that's their gimmick, so to speak. But yeah, party level, big thing in this one. I mean, in most Atlas games that is the case, but pretty punishing in reload.
Yeah, I'm surprised party member or not party member, party levels matter so much, because I feel like whenever I throw 2 personas in to the fusion box, the black box, it's like sometimes they poop out a lower level one. I'm like, what was the point of doing this in the first place then?
Right. It's some people love it, some people hate it. I love the fusion system, but I will say, like, across the board, some of these personas do not make sense, and I do think you're sleeping on the charge skill. I did notice nobody seems to have that, either mind charge or bloody charge or just, you know, vanilla charge. That is like the staple for this franchise.
Oh yeah, no, I am aware that charge like more than doubles your attack power. I don't use it much for like just crossing through Tartarus, because even though it's like the most powerful option for fighting bosses, it feels like it also costs a lot of SP to use, and most of the time I feel like I don't need it, so it seems like SP is my limiting factor when I'm climbing Tartarus. And yeah, most personas here don't make much sense, but some of them are literally just made to speed up social links, so this is not necessarily what I think is the best for battles, but some of them are. So
right on.
Yeah. So for example, if you see like a level 20 high pixie, it's probably because she was the cheapest to make, just so I could speed up the priestess social link.
You know, I didn't even think of that, to be honest with you. I was like, well, she's not going to help with the boss fight. No, but she's not. Yeah.
if I put her out by accident, I'm dead.
Yeah, pretty much. That's how it goes.
No, I usually rely on these guys. So what is the best course of action here? Just go in the fusion room, see what we can make then?
Definitely see what we can make. Rule of thumb is just try and combine your first guy, see what the you know, your highest level people, see what the result is, and go from there. Genuinely, I mean, we might be able to do this with Bishamon 10 and just a charge user. I'm pretty confident.
I heard one of those words. I think I remember that name.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
this guy's pretty good. This guy's pretty good. I agree.
Yeah.
This is one of the few I'm kind of happy with how he turned out. I think I also took him to the the arcade a couple times to boost his strength. I think it's the first.
Oh, awesome. Well, he's got you know, pretty good elemental affinity, only one weakness, and a ton of passives. Pretty much in like, you know, Neo Persona. Sometimes you run with 1 physical attack and 7 passives. I'm not kidding.
I noticed that too because
meta. Yeah.
I think once I finished 5 Royal, I was like, I had very different movesets than a lot of passes. And I look at your video and I look at your attack menu and see like one thing and I'm like, huh, what's he got? And I look at your Persona menus and we're like, oh, all passives. I kind of get that. I did always have the temptation to put in a passive whenever I've used something because it's just free.
Right. But the idea is like, well, I have so many personas, I can just have a fire persona, an almighty persona, etc. Why spread yourself too thin? But it's pretty much just like, you know, additive and multiplicative multipliers, and you figure it out the more you keep playing.
Yeah.
But you know, let's just well, you're probably not gonna be able to fuse much with Bishamon 10 because he's already, you know, he's 2 levels away from your max. So let's combine Raphael and Balfagor. I think those two, you know, they're not okay. That's Thor, so that's a problem. And Thor, okay. So Raphael plus Thoth is what we want to make. So just like, you know, put this in your mind for later. Fortuna Nushi. I mean, just check out this dude's stats. Just click it real quick, even though you can't make it. So that has Bloody Charge and Vorpal Blade, which if you press that, amazing skills. Insane skills. Sure, he has a dark weakness. Forget about it. Who cares? But making this guy is pretty decent.
Isn't that if you the ability of the guy that's like gone for now?
Yeah.
That's what he did, like to activate his 3G as well.
Right. So it's not a skill exclusive to them, which is pretty cool. But this is just like, in my opinion, the most broken persona. They kind of like retool a lot of the kits from the original P3, and he just solos like the rest of the game. So when you can make him, hey, give him a shot. Only downside is that dark weakness. Some bosses instant death. If you fuse right, you can cover that up. Which you know, if we get there, we'll get there.
That'd be nice.
But yeah, for right now, I mean, we could check out your compendium to just check that out real quick.
Yeah, I didn't show
and
that
just sort by highest
because it was a lot. There's a lot.
Yeah, so you can just press
like that.
Yeah, and then just press like the left on D-pad. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, just making sure, just double checking.
Yeah,
all right, sweet.
Highest.
We're good then. So there are if you really don't like fusion, I wouldn't recommend the special fusions. There are some really strong personas in there, but you got to be obsessed with like the fusion system. I never really analyzed this game from the point of like, okay, I want to do like the least fusions possible because that's always my favorite.
It's okay to do multiple fusions. The problem I have is I have no idea where to even start. But if you have a recommended, like say special fusion, that's totally fine.
Oh, okay. Well, back out real quick, and let's take a look.
Oops. No, I pressed the wrong button. That means I have to talk like 5 more times. Okay, UI. All right.
So it's just fusion and special fusion down there. So there is Alice we could make, who if I recall doesn't have a elemental weakness because she covers it up just because you max out Death Arcana, right? So that could be a good option. There's also
what do you mean by covers it up? Does she learn like no light or something?
Yeah, something, or like it's survive light, which is good enough for the most part. But she's a pretty strong magical attacker. In the past, she would only have Die For Me, which is her signature skill, which, you know, it's only insta-kill. But now she has, like, some source of, you know, dark damage as well, since they split those. That's an option. And then we have Koryu, really simple fusion. It's just for the Cardinal Beasts. You probably see him during your playthrough. Really low-level personas. He always helps you out in the end. But if you back out, we can check out him. He's, like, 1 level down.
Koryu? Oh, yeah, I see him.
Yeah. He's awesome. Always a really helpful persona. No weakness also. And gets Concentrate innately. There's also, and this is like, if we really can't be this thing, I don't know, we'll have to do this, but it's Old Reliable, level 75. I don't even know if we want to show this on the channel. If you know, you know. He would kick some butt here. Let's move on. Oh, no, he did it.
I've no idea what I'm looking at even, but
it's
good,
well, don't worry about it. Let's just, you know, leave it to the imagination.
Oh, that guy. Yeah. No,
let's back out, though, and try and take on that boss and prepare for the, you know, get our team where it needs to be.
Right, so did we make a fusion already?
No, I think we can rock with Bishamon 10, and if we just have a good setup, we'll be fine.
Alright, okay. I'm down.
Are you finished?
And then if you can't do it, Alice is like the first thing to fall back on then.
Yeah, like, you know, this ain't Fire Emblem, you know, such an intelligently designed game where you actually don't need to grind if you play carefully. Sometimes in this game you have to grind. It's just inevitable. But I would recommend making those party switches for sure.
Oh yeah, okay. We're throwing out Kuromaru for sure. I like
Yeah.
using Yukari. Would you recommend that? Like
Oh,
Yukari?
absolutely. She's amazing. And
Uh-huh.
Akihiko's decent too, but the issue is like Ken's the only one without an elemental weakness. So maybe like the first turn or two on Akihiko, you're most likely going to want to guard to minimize the chance that they get extra turns.
Does guard actually stop to one more? Because I remember guarding getting one more anyway. Did I maybe do it wrong or misremember?
If you guard, like one attack will be like, it'll cover your weakness essentially.
One attack only. Okay, maybe what's the issue then? That he got hit twice?
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe that's it.
But
I mean, again, I'm not
I'm-
much Akuhiko either. I could bring Ritsuru or something.
yeah,
That's better.
Aki's pretty good. Mitsuru, I kind of struggle with her, to be honest with you, because the way just the RGs work, they're pretty dominant in this game. But hey, if you want to use it, go for it.
Yeah, we could do Akuhiko. I mean,
yeah.
I generally had an easier time getting Mitsuru's 3G going just because spamming attacks when it usually works just gets their thing going. Whereas Akihiko, I think he does it whenever he gets buffed, which I also do, but only when I struggle.
Oh, okay. Well, he the funny thing about his ability is his buffs. It's not very well worded. This has been a year for like kind of iffy translations on Atlas's part. His theurgy boosts his own. Oh, do you have it? Yeah. You have buff amp. He technically has the strongest buffs in the game, even stronger than the protagonist, which is wild. And it counts if no, I don't think it counts if he uses an item, but that makes him pretty darn helpful for one, getting his theurgies up like faster than anybody, and just really helping out your evasiveness. So he's my top pick, I guess you could say.
Okay, so what was the misunderstanding you were talking about? It's like it doesn't work on when he does it on himself, or it does?
No, it does. It does. It works for every. He gets his theurgy faster if it's on himself, but his buffs are stronger if they're sent to everybody.
Oh, so it greatly increases the effects and buff on everyone, really.
Yeah, it's not translated the best, but that's what we're rocking with.
Fair enough. I like it. They don't use them a whole that much, but sometimes you have like those clocks that make your units catch or your guys catch up faster. And that
Yeah, that's
just
an
kept them
awesome
going.
feature.
Yeah, I like that a lot too.
Right. But yeah, we'll just see. This is like a, I don't know what you call this, like a grave run, I guess. We just try and do our best, and then we come back with new intel and try again. It's kind of a staple of the franchise, but without leveling up, yeah, this is the go-to.
Alright, make a backup save. I don't think we changed a whole lot, but might as well, right?
No, we didn't change anything.
Try it out.
Okay, I don't want to backseat too much. I would equip Bishamon 10 before you start, because it's one of those auto skills.
Yeah, right.
Every little thing counts.
No, I should definitely remember to do that. I think I made him with the idea of having a bunch of auto skills and
Oh,
switch to
dude!
another one.
Oh, dude, you're fine. Oh my God, I was about to say, dude, you're so smart. Do that. Shoot,
It's all good.
I didn't pay attention to the. I just saw both of them. I'm like, all right, trash.
I'll probably have to recalibrate the audio real quick for battle, because battle music is a bit louder.
Oh yeah, bro. They're speaking in English, it just overlaps.
Yeah. Alright, so can you say like one thing in a battle?
I'll show them.
Hi, I am Johnny Awesome. Watch my latest video. It is really good.
Alright. It is. Okay. So is Ken just the fastest? Is that why he moves first? Or is it kind of random?
It can be a couple of factors, but you want him to be fast, so that's a good thing, I believe.
Will this work?
Because now you're thinking, what? Oh, you don't have it.
I don't
No,
think
you do. Okay. You have Makara Karn. That skill's broken.
Like this one?
Yeah, so
my plan was
you
to put it on like
like-
whoever doesn't has like a weakness and then just cover it up, except everyone has a weakness
Yeah.
now. So it's like I guess I'll just throw it on him.
oh no. Well, here's an idea. You can put on Yukari and have Akihiko guard. Now only 3 of you have a weakness. Because doesn't Bishamon 10? No, he's weak to ice, right?
I believe so. I think I don't have any personas that don't have a weakness yet because we didn't fuse anything, and I think all my guys had a weakness.
Right. Okay.
So let's say he guards.
Well,
Right.
Yeah, let's just try it. Get some reconnaissance. Okay. There's nothing bad there.
You dodged it. That's our leader.
Yeah, so
We
like their
could
gimmick is
set her
they
to
just
guard
have
it.
like AoE of like all elements, right? Like there's no use.
Yeah.
There's no single point. The only thing I noticed though is that they take a lot more damage from physical attacks than like elemental.
Right, that might be resisted. Physical's just the I mean it's just the play in this game. Absolutely.
Yeah, just
But we could set her to guard again. There's really gonna be no downside to that. Because she's not here to do damage really.
well, my thought process is like right now I have all my special buffs, my automatic buffs active, so I wanted to take advantage of that by attacking and then guard later. But if you say guarding first is better, I'm inclined to believe you. Although I think she has this
That's
as
a good point.
passive already
Yeah,
anyway.
Yeah, do that. Do Masakunda instead. Just, you know. You might be able to get lucky.
It's like guarding if you get lucky, right?
Pretty much. So okay, going for some dark skills. That will hit. Oh, can dodge, perfect. Now you got to get out of Belphegor ASAP because they will hit you pretty hard.
Yeah, because he's got like bad elemental weaknesses, like
Yeah,
or
he's
light
got
and
2
fire.
weaknesses.
Yeah, oh god, that's pretty trash. Yeah, so we're going to
So
this
do you have
guy,
the
right?
ice? Yeah. Let's just give it a shot. And currently have no charge, but we could just pop off a Theurgy like from the get-go. There's really no reason to hoard them if you can't. Oh, that is a problem.
I mean,
no.
this is the one I use the most. Is he supposed to have more? 'Cause
Oh,
I never got more than
no.
this.
Mecha, there's a lot more than
No, how did I miss like all the ones you like apparently? Because I use this one all the time, but it sucks.
Whoops. There's like 8.
How do you get them? That social links?
Yeah, it's just fusion.
Oh, just
and
fusion.
And Elizabeth's like, here is a new fusion. Okay, cool.
Oh.
But that's fine. We work with what we got.
Exactly.
Jack Bro's going out.
All right, let's just give him last attack, I guess. Hopefully it downs them both.
Yeah, but fun fact, these can be concentrated and charged. So they. Oh my god, that's so lucky. Huge. Huge.
Better lucky than skill. Something.
Yeah. I mean, we were gonna do a crit build, so like, you know, pitfall. But let's
I'm all ready.
I mean, Gari's probably gonna third you this turn, right? So if we're gonna heal, we should do it with him, I guess, with Ken.
Yeah.
But could also guard, I guess.
And now,
Or
Guarding
just
on him, I
Mark
don't think it's that. He's kind of tanky, which is weird, but you know, they made the 10-year-old beefy, but you know.
10-year-old, tank-year-old, one letter difference really when you think about it.
Right. But yeah, the 100% heal makes sense on him.
Oh wait, wrong one.
Also, eats a lot of SP, gets him closer to his theory.
Yeah, he started
2 healers
like,
OP.
he started with the passive where he just regains SP. I'm like, no, stop it. I want to train
Yeah.
it.
Alright, so I actually don't know what moves he has.
Yeah, I wish he had.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, might as well.
I wish he had like attack gain for party because that would be really good, right?
Oh yeah, but he'd be too broken. Like,
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So this is
You
like the
never
best
wanna
we
use-
got, I guess. Didn't we?
Yeah.
No, wait, we did this on the enemy with Yukari. We still have this.
Yeah,
option.
but oh yeah, but layering them is smart. It's like they might not hit anything. We have no idea. So I would, you know, am I back to Hitsu? Maybe I should just let you make some moves and I take notes. I don't know how we want to do this.
Sure.
Okay.
Alright. Caesar.
That's out of paper. Yeah, he got nerfed kind of. He was too good in the OG one.
Oh, well, it paid off right away. All right.
Let's go.
Because they're lowered and we're heightened right now, right? So what's like
Yeah,
what's hit rates like if you do that? Like 50,
I have no effing clue.
Alright. Good. That's how
They
I
hit
like
us
it.
or we don't. So 50-50, right? That's how math works. All right.
True. I mean, if we're not doing
But yeah.
magical spam, we're just gonna do this.
Yeah. It's always decent.
Kari's so good.
Yeah, she's the goat. I don't think you can genuinely beat the previous game without her. It's just so mandatory. Dude, we're getting so lucky.
we gotta
Oh, but
get
that
rid
ain't
of
no
this,
thing.
though.
That ain't no thing. Okay, that is annoying. Sure.
That is.
Do you have an item that can dispel that?
I think I do. I also have the Kaja on. I think Ken has it,
Okay.
so he could use it next turn. But
Right.
it means that his attack goes without that debuff. We could just like attack anyway and
Yeah.
hope for the crit, I guess.
I mean, we can, yeah. I mean, you have allies for a reason. The main character does the most damage because he has the most options, right? Primal Force will out-damage everybody else on your team. And right now it makes more sense to focus down the one you hit
Yeah.
with that theurgy, right?
Yeah,
The
that's what I
gap.
thought. Get down one and then Because I feel like whenever I use like AoE attacks in this group, especially elementals, it just does no damage. It just does nothing.
Yeah. AoE skills in this game, they do have significantly less. I don't want to say significant, like 20% less power. But if you're hitting up to 3 targets, it's always like the better option.
Yeah, especially if they have shared weaknesses and stuff, where you can set up an AoE or was it all-out attack? Anyway, we're doing this right.
Yeah.
There it is. Get the debuff out of here. Or get the buff out of here. Both work. I also want to get greedy and just like start attacking because he already did.
Yeah, go for it.
He already did this anyway. Just start it. Get scat out of here.
Yeah, you get one less. Oh my god, that damage.
No damage.
Yeah.
It's because I didn't.
Oh my god.
Ooh, did we dodge the weakness again?
Yeah.
Easy. Simply get lucky. That's all.
I'm like, oh, we gotta grind 5 levels.
It's annoying because I tried this battle at least, I want to say like 3 times before I decided to call for some help. And I know I tried it earlier today as well, and I got this guy down roughly this low and decided to stop, but also with no point to the video.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh, sorry, we canceled. I got you.
Alright. So he's next, so I should probably heal, just to prevent him from downing me, I guess.
Yes. Their buffs are going away next turn. I don't know if you saw that, but I mean, if you take down 1, then that means only 1 weakness can get exploited.
Do you know that because you can count, or because you saw it somewhere?
So the... on the nameplate, it has a little arrow, and the arrow's flashing. That means that buff will go away next turn. Yeah.
That is nice to find out on 241.
All games didn't even tell you. It's like, you better count. Like, it's like made the super bosses pretty hard. So,
honestly, I find these Tartarus bosses harder than the Shadow bosses.
Oh, they have to be. Because think about if you can't beat the the full moon boss. What do? You have to reset like a whole month or whatever. That's a pain.
True, that makes a lot of sense in hindsight. It's just they're bigger, so you'd expect them to be harder by visuals.
A little bit of dissonance there.
Oh, bro still has a defense buff. Oh, they just got that. That's right.
Yeah.
I was too busy talking. I mean, it's either do damage or switch to a different persona, do something else, which doesn't seem very good.
Right.
Like I could get some buffs from somewhere else, but I feel like it's just like hit things. I'm gonna hit weakness anyway, but I could Marukaja. But like, sure, I just want to take this guy down. Take him down.
That's what I like to see. Less things to worry about.
Easy.
There you go.
Easy. Huh.
Now you do have a couple options here, since you have an extra action. What do you want to do?
I mean, if Ken is next, I can always protect myself anyway. So I can just go into something else.
Oh, he has concentrate.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, no, it's not that I don't know it's good.
I thought you changed around some of the personas.
I don't think I did. But
I probably missed. I probably didn't see it.
It was like in an album with like 10 things, so it's
right.
easy to miss for sure.
It's like 80 skills.
Yeah, it's so much to look at, and I don't even have my whole stock filled either. I mean, it feels like I should just be on the offensive at this point, but I guess we'll just try this.
Momentum's good.
I'm tired of doing less damage. I like this persona, by the way. He's been really helpful.
Oh, he's awesome. He's a paper golem. Do you read the lores for all the personas?
I'm afraid not. I'm a fake.
Oh, I love them. I just love learning about like world culture and everything. Persona picks some really weird ones. It's always fun to read. If you're a Persona fan at home, check it out. But I mean, this fight is over. Like genuinely.
For sure.
So you got it.
Surely Saphir is better.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It says Saphir is higher.
Yeah. That can be kind of tough for people to figure out. It's like, well, Colossal versus Severe. Sometimes I even mix it up,
Well, I saw... Oh, Colossal. I don't think I even saw that one yet, which says a lot about my amounts of fusions.
Might not be in this game. I'll keep it real. It might be in Shin Megami Tensei. Yeah, I think we lucked out. They didn't hit Belphegor with, I couldn't even find information on this boss on the internet.
Yeah, same. I couldn't find their moveset. I saw like one guide that was like, bring these party members and then do these things. Was like, pretty sure that's roughly what I did anyway. So
yeah,
clearly I need more in this shit. I already did this, so I guess we can go back to this sheet. Oh, the other one.
Should be a wrap. He's shocked. This is dead. Oh no, not. I didn't get a crit.
Yeah, he's dead. Is he done again?
Complete.
Oh yeah, it's,
Keep it together.
I have to do it like this if I want to do damage with him.
Right. Put up shields, I guess, or get that Dekaja down. That's technically more damage.
Oh yeah.
It was going away.
Yes. I mean, it was gonna go away, right? But I don't know
Right.
if it's his turn next. This is completely worthless. But it's not.
Right.
All right. Let's do no damage. Ooh, damage.
So close.
It seems like a waste.
Let's do this.
Yeah. I mean, you could probably knock her out with an arrow. I don't know, but I don't know how long
Alright.
you want to stay in. Oh, did she get it? Don't call me Laura, Yukari. Hey!
No shadows
Easy peasy.
detected.
That's all it takes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, that's a big level up.
A little bit. I mean, you did say I was
Yeah,
on
that
level.
means- Yeah, but hey, you save yourself from grinding, so
Uh-huh.
tight. That is a factor of one of these games. These games.
Easy peasy. Get the straight upgrades.
Cause I'm growing up fast.
Before we go though, let's spend some money.
Oh yeah. Let's spend some money.
I want to get you some good fusion spells.
Yeah, I want some of
Theurgies.
those Sturgies. That's true. I would like some
Well,
of
if I
those.
show you this one, you'll never have a problem ever again.
Alright. Mhm. Oh, right, they get this too.
Yeah. Judgment personas are always kind of odd. They, by the time you get them, you're probably way past the point of the game. But it's a cool thing to flex. And,
Ooh, maybe there's
some personas have to be higher level than others.
hey.
I like this menu where it's like, oh, I like that. And he's like, would you give it? And I'm just spamming A and he just takes it for himself.
Thank you very
Yeah, it's pretty funny. It's like, hey, that would be a perfect item for me. I'm the only one that can use it in the game. You say no.
Ah, jeez. All right, then. Say so.
Alright, that's
But yeah, this might be a... Okay, sometimes they do like back-to-back boss fights. If we were in that situation, we'd be in trouble.
a little bit, just a little bit.
All right. But these fusions shouldn't be too bad. We'll just take a look at your compendium, and I'll try my best to figure it out. For the record, no, I do not memorize all of these, but I do understand which,
Marvelous.
arcana kind of mix together well. Oh, you gotta look good.
Looking for-
Mm-hmm.
How may I assist you?
Yeah, because from what I can gather, there's not one straight up system of like, if you do this and then in this, it always comes out the same. It kind of depends on the level and the arcana and
Yeah.
everything. It's like, if the best thing I can find online is a massive tool where you have to input every little thing, then there's probably no straight up system. Like, because in Pokemon, it's just the female Mon gets an egg,
Yeah.
and that's it. That's the same
Right.
species. Right.
All right, so we're gonna start. This is just kind of my personal preference. We kind of start small and then work our way up to like budget correctly.
Mm-hmm.
But we actually want to go to our compendium first. We will have to make some room, but that's fine.
That's fine. I probably max out a lot of the social links I have anyway, so
Yeah,
that's
and
fine.
we're gonna
So
oh
far.
no, back out of this menu first.
All right.
Fusing by result is a lot faster. So up one,
Now let's
then
begin.
fusion search.
Well, then.
Yeah.
Shall
So
we take a look?
scroll all the way down,
Mm-hmm.
and okay, we can't make it.
Trying to
Okay.
just
And-
finish the unregistered as much as possible. Is that the idea?
No, that'd be a colossal. Some personas are just genuinely awful. Their movesets don't make much sense. But scroll up to like the 60s. I just want to see if we can make it without spending any money. Drat. Okay, that's fine though. You're pretty close to Futuna Nushi. Okay, so in this situation, we're going to get a magician and a lovers. So you could just
Please.
I'll just say it outright. Just get Jack Frost and Queen Meb if you have them.
You're in the bottom right, probably.
Yeah, so I think Jack Frost is around like 12 or something. He's,
Yeah, I
alright, you
probably
got
registered
him.
the third
Alright.
one. All right.
Sweet, sweet, sweet.
Take a look.
Okay.
Is this acceptable?
And Queen Meb is lovers.
This is
So you gotta
your
go- oh, you gotta go
progress
back,
so
okay.
far.
Might be.
Yeah, it's a little faster. Than
Queen
that.
moves.
So it should be 20. Just trying to like. Narcissus might work. But let's just keep
Does that persona catch your eye?
looking.
I could just like
See if you made
alphabet
her.
it to see if I have Queen. Surely I have Queen. I remember. Yeah, there she is. 29 apparently.
Okay, super.
Please
So
take
just fuse those two.
symbols
You get the
this
first
one.
part of the fusion spell.
It's yours.
Oh, you have 600k. Okay, what am I?
Yeah,
what am I
don't
penny
worry
pinching
about the
for?
budget too
Goodness.
much. I don't know how much you were thinking
Alright.
about, but yeah.
Yeah. I'm just, you know.
Alright, so we're getting
You
Mithras.
make the strongest personas. I don't know.
We're getting
But yeah,
Mithras.
so you want him. Skills do not matter at all. He's just there to chill and hang out. And once you get the fusion spell unlocked, I'm pretty sure you can just dismiss them. It doesn't matter. He's a Persian sun god. Look at him. He's in a rock. Does he have legs? Does he not? Is he a Ken doll down there? We'll never know. What if Mithras like got out of the rock? Oh, don't. Like in the middle of a boss fight. That'd be scary.
Is insta-kill like good?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Is insta-kill like good?
No, it's always been. It's pretty bad.
Okay. I was
That's
wondering
my
if I was missing something, because it's always like, how do you want to have high chance of insta-kill? I'm like, no, I want to play the game, and I feel like these are not going to work against bosses anyway, so what's the point?
Yeah, they've never worked against bosses. Before there was no like light that doesn't insta kill. It was just like all of it was insta kill. So when they added these Cow God and Aha to like modern Persona, oh, it was such a time saver. But the next Persona, so this would save us some room and having to like move stuff around the compendium. Do you have Kukulane? So we're gonna just try and.
I'm not used to
check the
pronouncing their
compendium.
names, so
okay.
do my best to
He's-
find them.
Yeah, he's level 40 Tower, and Tower is at the end of the Arcana. You can do Alphabet if you prefer. But he's level 40. You do. You do. Okay. Just
I'll just
summon
go-
him, and this will save you some time. And
Oh, yeah. I
no,
used them a
he's
fair
got
bit.
charge.
Yeah, see, I used them.
Perfect.
Look.
Yeah. It's level 40 there. And just combine him with Belphegor. Belphegor's great and all. Oh, you could maybe register Belphegor and re-summon him, because you don't want to lose that custom Belphegor with all those auto skills.
You see, so it's just.
Will you register it to the
Hold
compendium?
up.
Oh, he didn't get any XP, so he's not here.
Oh, okay. Right, so he's already
he-
registered
he's
then,
citizen.
because he's just the way
Yeah,
he is,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
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 Okay. So we're fusing.
It's just me being too careful.
Choose the personas you
So we're getting
would
Siegfried
There he
like
is.
to use.
Yep, Siegfried. He is busted.
What skills to inherit?
Alright.
But we're kind of past the point where he would be used, but he will unlock a Theurgy skill, which is just so unbelievably powerful. Your jaw will drop. Like,
Okay, cool. So do skills matter? That we're just probably not using him, right? So I can just do whatever I want.
yeah,
And if
I
the-
mean,
if I have to Belphegor, I don't need the autos, I guess.
pretty much, yeah. And we could cover the dark weakness at this point. Make him level 60 Dalsaljo. It's such a pain. There's no point. So we'll just
Why,
use him
this
as is.
Exciting, isn't it?
But after this, you should have the fusion spell. Which is a good point. Like, how was I supposed to know these are the fusion spells? If you're playing completely blind, I never really considered that. Because once you kind of get up there in the persona levels, you gain so many different personas of so many different affinities. It's
Okay,
kind
so
of like a
should I go
Belphegor
back
blue.
out to get this fusion spell, or we're doing anything else
Yeah,
here?
yeah. Just back out. She'll tell
Very
you.
well.
If I was wrong, that'd be funny.
How splendid.
Yeah, I don't know how I was supposed to know any of that, but sure,
Yeah.
we take those. I guess I'm
It's like
supposed to
little-
just
little
fuse
bonus.
things all the time, but
Yeah.
I think part of what I haven't mentioned yet is the idea that you fuse your guys and just you lose what you're used to is very annoying to me. It gives me a lot of analysis
Right.
paralysis because it feels like what you're doing is permanent. Even though you can register your personas, but then you lose money if you have to resummon them.
Right.
Alright,
The
that's pretty good.
The decision it's kind of a carryover from like the old SMT games where like every 3 levels you'd have a different ally. It was kind of this idea that like these are not your friends, these are temporary alliances to get you along. Some people do not like that. I come also from like a Pokemon background. I'm like, no, my friends.
Yeah.
I want to use Jack Frost. I don't need when you use Kitoki Doji. Like, who the dump even is that? So, but eventually you get used to it, and you're like, all right, this is just how it is. Out with the old and with the new.
I don't hate it, but it does give me a lot of, like I said, hesitance on doing anything, not knowing if what I'm getting is better than what I had before.
Yeah.
Okay, do we need to do anything else?
No, I mean, you will genuinely obliterate
Very
the rest of the block bosses. I promise you, with Scarlet
We
Havoc.
look
If you charge that or bloody charge it, it's GG. Like,
And the way
they're not balanced at all.
and the theurgy for the main character just says like summon personas. Does that mean like switching between them, or is it just it auto charges all the time?
I think it's just auto charges. I never really considered that.
That's all right. That's design all right. I feel like a lot of the
Yeah.
theurgy charges are just like use the character the way you were already gonna do, even if you didn't have 30s, like hit for weakness or
Yes.
get criticals. I'm like, okay, I'll choose to get criticals. Like, what am I supposed to do there?
Yeah.
I guess you can
That
make
is,
you can make builds that are more likely to get criticals, but still, it's a bit odd.
Yeah, the party members are all sort of sent down a very narrow path. Like, they, I guess, don't want you using magic on Junpei. So it's like, okay, his thing is crit focus. It's like, all right, whatever. So the fire attacks are just like a backup. But, you know, it's the first time they attempted this. Maybe the next version of it will be a little more refined.
I mean, I don't hate it because it is easier to get used to straightforward paths like that, and it gives you, I guess, a bit of inspiration for your main character on what kind of builds you want to make.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this combination of traits is pretty good. Let me put that on a persona somewhere, maybe.
Right.
Right.
It's always fun to hear from, you know, I kind of surround myself with, like, you know, not necessarily Atlas pros, but, like, they play the Persona SMT and they understand the mechanisms, but seeing the perspective from a newcomer is like, yeah, that is a good question. Why is that like that?
Why is it like that? All right, well, thank you so much. I look forward to obliterating everything with a new 3G spell that I had no idea how to get. Is there any last-minute tips you can give me in case that doesn't get me through something? Or any general fusion tips that you have?
I would say don't sleep on those special fusions. Some of them are very powerful.
All right, I'll try
That
that.
is,
I'll try Alice out for sure.
yeah, awesome.
All right,
Well, thank you very much.
thank you for coming on, Johnny. I appreciate it.
No problem. I got you.
All right, see y'all next time. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, before this video is over, I just want to say I have managed to beat the game since, so big shoutouts to Johnny for helping me get over the speed bump. His thoughts really helped my understanding of the game and gave me some more fuel for experimenting with the fusion mechanics. I don't know a whole lot of people that ran into this issue, especially at the level that I was doing, but like I said at the beginning, it might just have been a me problem. If by chance this is something you were experiencing too, and that's why you're watching, I hope this was helpful. And if you were just laughing at me the whole time for being bad at the game, hope you had fun at least. I have a lot of thoughts on Persona 3 Reload and Persona 5 Royal that I've half gathered in my head and half written out, but that is outside of the scope of this video and inside the scope of another one that I have no idea what I'm going to be able to make it. So for now though, I hope you enjoyed something different and I'll see you next time.